I guess I do not want the single blade Ryuko Ditto. I guess it's fair enough. Like I am on the boat that Dittos are awful to play. Oh. Let's hope I'm ready for this. Let's hope I'm ready for this. Like, anyways, I am on the boat that Dittos are not like fun to play. Slash can be just incredibly difficult to play. It's weird because you wouldn't think it would be, because you think that playing a Ditto, it's like you should know your character, so you should know how to counter them, but you oddly don't know how to counter your own character. Ranked generally is a ghost town. I mean, again, I think PS4 we might still get some people, but Switch and Steam, generally from what I've heard, just no one. If you want a game on Switch or game on Steam, you're gonna have to ping someone and hope for the best. PS4 you could get lucky sometimes. Oh, when we're at Fire Palace.
Ryuko.
Fire Palace. Let's see. Are they the kind of Mako to just run up and dash? No. Works. Wow. Let's go. Sidestep in there. Away from him to push me. I go away from him to push me, he's gonna do it bad. Oh, okay. Oh, good, this has armor on it. Let's do this. Yeah, this is just... There we go. I mean, we gave him full sauce, but like, I feel like this is still good. That, something I actually learned from, I think it was Demodot. Yeah, I think it was Demodot. Dash C's armored. Cannot be that armor. Cannot be that one. Right. I might die here. Okay. Cool. Okay. That keeps you. Ryuko, that's it. Like, Ryuko combos do have sauce. It's just not. They're not easy to hit. It's gonna bad again. Yeah. Okay, so we need to step through that. Yeah, it's armored. That is armored. You cannot armor that uppercut. Another thing I learned from Demodot was that Dash C's armored and the uppercut's armored. So actually they actually make it pretty good tools because you can also dash cancel the C as well. So you can kind of just get in and just dash C like that. Tracks. Ouch. Cool. That's armor. That was a bad time for me to do that burst. Okay, got me just. Okay. Blocking. Alright, tough situation I'm in now. Oh, that could be it. Oh, I was trying to do super. I messed up. I got like way too impatient. Once I saw I had the lead, I should have just kind of stayed back a bit. Because one thing, like Mako's approach options, they're good, but like they can be pretty predictable. Like they're scary mostly because like because of the armor on them, but like. Am I just is my stream just eating shit right now? Hope not. Yeah, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn single blade Ryuko a bit because she's fun. I've only ever fought against her sometimes, and everything else is just me watching. I am trying to gradually learn every character. Because, like, I played Dewey for so long, and so I'm kind of like, you know what? I feel like it wouldn't hurt to learn everyone else. Wow, I really hope my stream is just not eating shit right now. That'd be very upsetting. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because it's my first time trying to record and stream at the same time, so it might just absolutely fuck me up like that. Which if it is, then I just have to know from future reference if I'll have to either record or stream, like both. Let me do this. But you can't follow up that. Opponents. Well, that was yeah. Let's go for that. Alright, decent damage. Oh. Stay. That's one thing you can't counter. Like, all of Ryuko's guard breaks and only hit grounded opponents. Yeah. So you can't, like, that is one thing you want to counter. If you want to counter, if you want to like try and counter single Ryuko, and even do Ryuko to some extent, if you just stay, if your character can just stay in the air, it can be really good. Whoa. Yeah. You have to learn how to counter that eventually. Ooh, I think you could follow up after that. Well, that was a... Well, okay, back down to L1, which, no, not L1, I mean, tension. Which when a Mako is not even a character yet. Yeah, you need to learn how to dodge that one. Like, that's, like, you're just gonna keep getting hit by worse shit than just what I'm doing to you. This should just kill, I believe. It's just barely didn't kill. Well. What? Wow, that didn't work. I'll be honest, I was hoping that would work. Probably... Yeah, if I kind of stay back, kind of good. Force Mako to approach me. Or not. Yeah, like there are two options. Like, I was either just gonna sit back and force Mako to approach me, or the alternative is just kind of rush in at a wrong projectile. That's like one thing about Mako is that her projectiles, they're not great. They're not actually good for zoning. They're kind of more just kind of you throw them out. I don't even know how to use. Like when I play Mako, I'm just raw, just unga bunga in your face. You're never really throwing stuff out at them. Not on. All right. Non can be tricky to fight. I know one thing is that at Valor 1, single player Ryuko gets certain options because she gets invincibility on some of her stuff. But I don't know what stuff that is. Like, I'm pretty sure someone like Demodot could probably tell you, because I think he was actually theory crafting a lot of Valor 1 Ryuko stuff. He's got like, hey, you get battle 1. It makes some matchups just way easier. Question is, it's still not getting battle 1. What if you focus on battle 1? Yeah, armored. Let's go for the finish. That's like the one combo I know as his character. It's like the only combo I know. It's just that. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I mean by how if you're in the air. Like opponents in the air, I think it is a thing where it just straight up cannot hit opponents in the air. Wow. Okay, I like those block. No reason not to go for this. I have 4 bars. Yeah, no reason not to. Well. I'll go for it again. That was a really, really greedy super. Alright, fine. I get it. I get it, yeah. I get that. I get how that'd be. Just, you go for something and it doesn't work, you just punish that about much like, yeah. Stage. Oh, I guess it's stage. I feel like it's a very you love it or hate it stage. I don't mind the stage, but I guess Kumi does not like the stage at all. I mean, it's fair. Like, I can get why people don't like it. Like, it's one of the it's like because of its shape, it makes it really odd because it's small but long. So like there are parts of it where you can't. So like, there's parts of it where like you can't do some things simply because there's always a wall right there, or there's parts where you can because there's like you can just kind of keep a combo going in a certain direction. No walls at all. And we got the stage again. And we got it again. I'm going to use it to start putting off this. I want to see if I can just like do like this, to this, and then I can't. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna keep doing this until keep doing that until we get a different stage. The stage on random selection gets really fun sometimes. Oh yeah, that wall blast, doesn't it? Yeah. That at least is a finisher. I'm just start combo experimenting right now. I cannot do that hits. This part will connect. I know you can definitely combo. I wonder if you can just do this. Alright. I was going to try and see if I can combo that finisher into the long range special and then continue a combo after that. That's one thing I wish there was kind of like because you have the option to when you're like just do like a pause and reset, you know, kind of thing, in case like you get a stage you don't like. So I like having random on simply because like there are some stages that just, and some stages can just benefit other characters than others. Like, you know what, I'd just rather pick random because there really is only one problematic stage about it, and that's Light Fiber Palace. So it's like, hey, fucking, what are the odds? What are the odds that you're gonna get Higher Palace? And sometimes those odds are way higher than they should be. Feels like you're just constantly getting it, or it feels like you're constantly getting the same stage in a row, which makes me think that there was like some. Oh my! You know what? I'm just gonna let him know right now. Yeah. He's just. I sent him. I was like, yo, I'll pick this age. Like, I'll just make. Yeah, I'll just do this. It's just, that was unfortunate. I didn't do it. I want to do rounds. Maybe I should try settings. Why won't it let me? I'm just letting him know that, hey, I'm trying to pick. Like, I can't get like not liking playing on a certain stage. So hopefully password. I can't. Well, let me do this. I think what I'll do, I'll try just raw remaking the entire room. Just to. Yeah, there we go. I guess Kumi is just waiting a bit. Alright. Kind of wish if you inside a room do practice and training mode like in other modes. I'll just tell them to add me when they're done. I'll do like my own practice. Yeah, so I'll just go into training mode, practice some single blade Ryuko shit while I wait for him. So I'm curious what you can follow up from that with. I want to say you probably can just you probably can do the long range special and then follow up afterwards. But like you never know. You never can be too sure. Figure, hey, now I can test it without having to worry about doing it mid-game and all of a sudden eating shit for it. Yes, I do believe it's like the melee long range. Then you want to go to melee, you can combo to melee again. You just get that one extra hit, which is like it's just the more damage, you know. I don't think that was right. I actually think I was, yeah, it's not. Oh, it is. Ooh, that wall splats. That wall splats too. So that wall splats, I might actually be able to follow up again. So I need to move up. I did it wrong. Okay. I mean, I feel like you can. You just gotta step up and then that. Yeah, and then you just get that. And if I probably didn't do that ender, I probably could have done it again, actually. I could probably do like one, I'd probably do 1, 2, that. Up. I don't know if this is necessarily just because of the stage or not. Yeah, so here that just wall splats. We did that. Yeah, again. And you might be able to just finish it off with that. So if you have four bars a meter, that's an easy 6500. Alright, so at least I know I can't confirm off of that, but I need the wall splats to actually do much afterwards. I probably could loop that again, potentially. But then like I can't do the finisher at the end. It looks like Kumi's done, so we're making another room. I was just curious, like I felt like if you can combo that, it'd be huge, and you can. So again, like odds are, like I'm not like it's just that bit extra damage you go for. It's like if you're not gonna get a wall splash, you're gonna want to go for special A. The special A is just a free damage, does more damage. Because you can only combo that the special B if you get a wall splat. You can't get a wall splat every stage. And not every stage is going to give you a wall splat. So it's kind of like recognizing when you're close enough to wall splats to go for it. Always do that. You never know. Yeah, so I imagine that works on the smaller stages. Larger stages, like the runway and Layfire Palace, you're gonna have to be much more cautious with, because you're not always gonna be guaranteed to be close enough to a wall. So that felt nice. It felt nice to be able to do it. I don't know what Ryuko's like largest damaging combos are. I imagine there's something way crazier you can do, but so you can get that off a simple melee attack. Just remember, it's the melee range, melee uppercuts. Yeah, so it's melee range, melee uppercuts. Then you do ranged again, melee, range special, step forward a bit, ranged, melee, uppercuts, and you kind of loop it up a bit. Obviously, after the second time, after you use your last bars of meter, you're not gonna be able to follow up again, at least not do much damage afterwards. Alright, let's see how these matches go. I actually rarely fight Satsuki. She's one of those characters that, like, I don't know, I feel like she's so hard to play that, like, not a lot of people play her in general. Like, it's not even, like, just generally speaking, like, not a lot of people play her. You'll probably see, like, a small handful of them, even on PS4. So you think on the Switch, where it's, like, an even smaller player base, like, yeah. Satsuki's one of the characters. I think it's Satsuki. Yeah, it's Satsuki, Dual-Wave Satsuki I haven't, like, ever really played against. Or at least when I have played against them, it's less someone actually knowing how to use a character a lot, and more someone trying to pick them up. So it's actually a character I don't have a whole lot of experience with, even as newly. Like, there's just some things I know, but not a lot. I think what I know is that these projectiles I can just dash it through them. Alright, so that's the dodge. Not a whole lot to punish. Okay. Let me do this. Just fuck it. Fuck it. Let's just go for the kill. Ooh. Oh, that actually felt really nice to land. That felt nice to land. I'll be honest. Okay. I'm gonna wait till I get more meter. So punish. Next hit. Just kill him. Yeah, that's gonna be a wall splat, and why not this? I'm not much of a sauce player. I'm not much of a person to go for Valor. Yeah. I don't go for Valor that much. Like, I should sometimes, but I just don't. Oh, no.
Ryuko.
Oh, looks like he's done for the day potentially. I mean, yeah, like sauce is all that matters. That combo is just funny. Like, I don't know. I think it's one of the things I'm going to. I'm trying to like, incorporate a bit more. Is like utilizing Valor, but like it's one of those things where sometimes it's hard to like think, oh, I should go for Valor, when just going for damage or potentially a kill is much more incentivizing. Because you go for Valor and you mess up, or even if you get it, you still need to win neutral again. It's like at least with how I play a Nui. I play a Nui that's not getting those kind of hits that all too often. So it's kind of like, hey, the idea of having to win neutral again to get the kill versus if I just get the kill now, I'm all set. I don't know. It might be the end of a relatively short stream, I guess, then, because unless I find someone else to play. Unless we find someone else, but yeah, if no one else shows up, I'll end it. I'll try labbing out a bit more for Ryuko, because that combo honestly felt nice to land. Like it's that nice feeling of like when you think in your head, oh, I think this might be able to work, and it does. Like has what I did what I do, has it been done before? Probably. Like I highly doubt I am like finding new shit for the character. But at the same time, it feels nice that if you find it on your own, you know, you find something on your own, even if it's something everyone else already knows. But if you just kind of find it on your own, it feels much nicer to get it going. And even still, like I'm gonna have to probably look at some VODs of Demidots. I would say Demidot a lot because he's the one I see the most playing the character. Probably are a couple of them just not remembering the top of my head. Yeah, her combos are schmovin'. Alright, so now I want to see, can I do 2 loops of that? Can I do 2 loops? Because if I can, that's just that much more damage you can do. I missed it. Well, that's unfortunate. What to say? Didn't happen. Go again. Forward more. Is that again? Really? Maybe I should, oh, that's the problem. That's the problem. I think I'm going for the wrong thing from that, potentially. Let's try this. Come on, really? So I'm not stepping up close enough, I guess. There could be a chance I'm doing something too fast, potentially, as well. Looks like you can loop that again. You might just be able to escape. I see, I don't think this will work there. The wall splat, yeah, the wall splat's instantaneous. So that's a little over 5,000 damage. Versus if I just do the, if I just do the close range super instead out of that, I might just get more damage. We'll see. Like if it does more damage, then I know what to go for. If this one just does more damage, then I don't know why. Yeah, that does way more damage. So that is just more optimal to end with that then. That's good. That's good to know. So you can't just loop that over and over because the second wall splat won't last as long. I don't know why I didn't think about that. What combos for that? That's just these uppercut. If I do that, I cannot. Yeah, I cannot go for the range afterwards because it's just an immediate ender. Not combo. Actually, you probably can. I can probably do like this to this. So you need meter to combo from the aerial range. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's fair, but still feels kind of odd. I'm curious, can I do something with her guard break special instead? If I do the guard break instead, no. Nintendo's dual wield Ryuko has a combo like that, which you can combo into that one. And that sets up her like wall splash shenanigans, but I guess she can't, so she goes like this. No, wow. You can't even do hit like that. So she needs to get a wall splat to she needs to get a wall splat to do that. That does decent damage, actually. Ooh, I forgot about that one, actually. I might just, let's combo that. No. When I'm on a meter, I just go air range break. Wow, you actually can. I mean, it's still a situation of like you're not at the end of the combo. Does that do more damage? Oh, I suppose that probably would do if you don't have meter. Yeah, that actually is that's a better damaging ender than just doing regular. Yeah, that's probably better. I think why. Yeah, that does more damage. The only benefit to doing the benefit to melee is that you can combo with supers. The benefit to guard break is that it does more damage. know. Good to know indeed, actually. We know she can combo with that. I need to actually get better at, yeah, doing stuff like that. Like if I can get like, these quick times things quickly, she actually becomes very scary. Just being able to constantly keep dashing, even kind of staying kind of still. But that's still armored the entire time. It's just kind of like you catch someone doing a dodge wrong, all of a sudden they're getting hit. What else? Dash B is kind of, I mean, hey, it works, you know? Finding something on accident, but it's still working, you still found something. The dash B is just not. Well, dash B has a use. It's just a catching someone spot dodging. So it's like you go in, feint out, dash C, and then punish a sidestep. With dash B, or dash B kind of punishes a sidestep. If I tell the AI to, just say I tell the AI to keep sidestepping me. Yeah, it doesn't even punish sidesteps. Never mind. Well, that's what it kind of does, but you need to time it right. So I guess it's a fast sidestep punish. I mean, it does alright damage. Look, that on counter hits 300. It does do good, decent damage. But what other moves does she have? Her hair. That's just a combo tool. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, actually. So if I don't immediately go into that, and she sits down, I can follow up that. I can follow up that. How did I follow up that before, actually? Because if I just don't do that, so I cannot do that into the special. Yeah, that word. I heard her come out of it. How did I do that? Actually, how the hell did I do that? That was again on accident, but it looks like I can do something in the air, shoot it back down without doing the long range attack. Just sits down. What if, wow. Thank you. Thank you for that, actually. Yeah, that is actually very optimal damage. It's just that's just better. Yeah. That is actually just way better. Thank you for that. Thank you for like telling me that. Yeah, as I was saying, I wouldn't think of it in a while. Everyone thinks of different things when they play characters. Yeah, so now this is just gonna be. See, look at that. Just the one change in doing that into the guard break added the damage that much more. It's kind of crazy. I feel like optimize it more too. I would go like that into. No. Okay, never mind. You cannot do. You cannot do that. It's a special to keep it going. Good to know. Can you do that? I guess this does whiff sometimes. You just don't time it right. Yes, that's a good combo ender. Where's the best girl? She's on the back burner right now. Because he's one of those characters where like I joke about how I don't think when I play her. But at the same time, there is a certain level of thought I have to play when I play her. Like, you know what? I don't want to do that. If you want, I could just show newbie stuff. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, I say it's not that hard, but you're about to see me drop newbie shit this entire time. There she is. It is no longer clickbait. When I upload this shit, no longer clickbait. It's just 100% true. Nui's best stage. I actually have no fucking clue what her best stage would be. I imagine it depends on what you want to go for. Actually, now that I think of it, like she likes smaller stages because it makes it so that when she gets wall splats, she can follow up easier. But then she likes longer stages because when she wants to go for her combos, she likes having space for them. Hot take, I guess. Dewey doesn't really have that terrible stages. She's a mind what stage she plays on. So I guess now we're doing Nui shit. I'll do it for a bit. Just so it's not clickbait. It's the golden rule, isn't it? There's something I was actually, this was a few days ago, I was watching semi-old replays from the first anniversary tournament. Some stuff I saw Delbear doing, I was like, wow. Delbear was doing this into that kick, and then he would wait, and then he would land that. I mistimed it because I'm bad. Because normally my thought process was to really combo that doing like this, or I messed up again. God, I'm just doing a bad job at showcasing my main. This. Normally my thought process you can only combo off it doing this, and then into that. And assuming this hits, which it does, I can then do like this, or I can mistime it, but either way you get the idea. That was my thought process. Delbear does this thing where he will kick down instead, but then immediately go into that. And see, now I can just get that much more damage from it. Is that much more damage? I mean, there are things Delbear does that I don't agree with. Like when I was watching Delbear's replays, he was doing a lot of this EX attack. I don't think this EX attack is not good. It's not that good. What was I? Now I can think of it too, actually. You can also do this one thing of that. I know, that's what I mean. That right there was what I mean though about like why we like bigger stages. Because a lot of her combos will rely on, at least like a lot of her like really funny ones rely on sending the clone back at the opponents, which relies the clone being at a certain distance. Okay, that was, yeah. But that's generally what I mean, is like, she wants the clones at certain distances. Yeah, I said the Nui combos are like, this is why I made the character. Her combos are fun as hell. She can do so much, and she has so many tools for different options. Like, she can 5C and cancel it, and no matter where the opponent is, it goes above them. And best for it, it guard punches. So let's just say, no. Let's just say I get Valor once somehow, and my opponent's scared, so they're blocking, you know? They're blocking for the life of them. That's fair, blocking is strong. Well, what if I do this? To that. How that works is that this, when it's canceled, won't guard break, but it guard punches. You can see it faintly there, but it guard punches. And so if you time it right, you can actually make sure your EX attack lands just as a guard punch. And it's free damage. It's free damage. And then they're wall splatted, and you can kind of continue on afterwards. It only works at Valor 1. Without Valor 1, you're going to want to sidestep, wait, and then time your 5A to start a combo with. And then it's just probably this. Then I can continue on further. Like that. And then do this. And I can potentially finish up even more too. Yeah, look at that. 2 bars a meter. That was up. That only took 2 bars a meter, and I did nearly 10,000 damage. I could have done more, potentially, too. If I, instead of doing the special B, I did special A. Nui has easier follow-ups from that. But yeah, that's the thing. Nui's a character where, like, her punish game is really strong. Like, she gets a punish off 5A, and unless you have meter to burst it, you are just gonna die to it. No way. I think the only problem is that sometimes the clone can send away, but that can be beneficial sometimes too, because if they're at the right distance, the clone will actually wall splat them. And then all of a sudden, we can just I'm gonna have him stop blocking, so I can show you what we can do off wall splat. She can do like that. Yeah, I messed it up. I'm sorry. Bad. So she wall splats, right? Whiffs the first hit. I am so bad at showcasing things. So she does that. Whiffs the first hit, gets the kick, and then she can put the combo after that. Scissor drop is just amazing. Even that little combo, 4,000 damage. When Newbie punishes, she can punish hard, and there are times when I've been able to TOD someone just from whiff punish one time. I whiff punish them, they don't have the meter for it, they die. Nui is really crazy like that. It's one of her strong suits, really. It's like when she punishes you, then even if she wants to play aggressive, aside from like clone, which isn't that great for aggressive. It's like decent at zone because it does go pretty far and can't wall splat, but yeah, she has this for like pressuring people zoning her. If she wants to zone herself, she can do like her dash C. Not only does it work, but she cancels out of it while the clones are out. They become hitboxing themselves. So it's kind of one of those things that the opponent's kind of just sitting back blocking. She can kind of throw that out, and she can't follow up off of it unless they drop block. But she gets meter, so she can just kind of freely like do like this, and all of a sudden like that block string is really hard for certain characters to punish. Impossible for some characters to punish. Because if they try punishing it, they just get hit. And then if they get hit, they actually... they're Nui's in a better situation. The one useless attack, yeah, I think I mentioned how Delbear uses it, which, you know, if Delbear ever sees this, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it, like, I do not see the purpose for this. All it does is pressure right in front of the opponent, but it's so difficult to not only follow up after it, but so difficult to even punish with it, because the opponent just sidesteps away from it. All of a sudden, it's useless. Or if they just hit through it, it's useless. Like, I just don't see the positive benefits of it. And something else Llama was I showcased briefly, but Llama kind of figured this out a bit, was she can combo that dash, and if she times her I'm gonna have him stop blocking for this. So normally when you do this dash in, you can only go into the arrows. You can only do arrows afterwards. So but you can get some stuff. Like if I want to, I can do like this. But Llama figured out that you do this on the ground, and if you do this on the ground and wait for it to flip, you get the timing just right. You can instead get the clone and send it back at you, and you can start the 5 ace jump. It's not gonna work because I should have waited, but even still, you kind of get the idea, is that when she does it on the ground, she actually can combo into her stuff, potentially. Then something else she's really good at too is she's good at mixing up her stuff, because she can cancel a lot of her attacks with clones. She's kind of good at a lot of like bait and punish, like this, that, like let's like say dash B. Seems simple enough, right? Seems threatening enough. What we can do is cancel this. So all of a sudden, it's not something your opponent can just sidestep anymore. They can't just sidestep that. They can't attack you like a super tight time. They need to basically anticipate you doing it. But if I anticipate right, I can avoid it instead. I can avoid their attack and punish them. So her dash B actually has a decent amount of usage. Just because not only does it hit at a pretty good range. Because look at that range, like that range. I'm at the edge. I'm at the edge of the stage, and dash B is still hitting. Granted, this is a smaller stage, but the point still stands. Very strong. She has all these different ways of kind of mixing up her approach and kind of chipping away at you, forcing you to try and be aggressive against her, and then basically punish you for being aggressive. Some works better in matchups, some matchups than others. Some matchups, their opponent can still be aggressive, and we kind of can't answer him too well. basically this move right here. That's scissor drop is where most of these big boy combos come from. Hope you're taking notes if you're ever considering maining this character. I'm always down. I'm the big advocate for Nui Gang. I like her. I find her incredibly fun in how she works. She just has a bag of gimmicks. And you want to see the best part? I'm about to show you something right now. She is, as far as I know, the only character who could crash the game. Behold. I messed up. I cannot believe I messed up. I'm so bad right now. Anyways, watch me crash the game. There we go. Ta-da! Just like that. Just like that, the game crashes. I don't know whether that's only on the Switch or if that also works on the PS4 version. It's very odd. Because it only works when Nui has Valor 1. If Nui doesn't have Valor at all, it won't work. You can do that and nothing happens. But at Valor 1, if you throw out that EX attack just enough times, and then throw out some more clones, or even just raw, just throw out the EX attacks enough times, game crashes. I made a note of it on the wiki. Again, like if it, I don't know whether it works on every. I don't know whether it works on every stage. I don't know if it works in every system. There is the chance that there's a chance that like on PS4 might not work like that. But yeah, as far as I know, semi-universal probably. It's one of the last remaining things of the days when Nui was broken completely. Oh, I saw you guys noticed. Thank you, Mario of the Steel, for the follow. It's huggers. Yeah, Nui used to be even crazier. It's funny. I was only able to do it a few times, but she had a glitch that allowed her to fly. Where if she hit her aerial EX attack, and then instead of following up with it, just start jumping in the air, she would repeatedly stay in the air, and the only character in the game that could actually hit her from that was Ryuko. Only Ryuko could actually hit her from that. Every other character, if they got hit by that, they could not hit her for the rest of the game. Nui would just time them out, and then if they had damage, she'd win. I wish that too. Like that's like my one kind of critique is that they put in dual Ryuko and Sasuke, but they didn't put in alternates for the other characters, because I felt like, you know, alternate. Did I hit tutorial by accident? Yes, but like some of the characters have you know, for example, the Elite Four, I expected ultimate regalia. That felt pretty simple. The Nui's like fiber arms for Ryuko. You either have dual wield Ryuko, or you have like her and Genketsu. Then Mako and DTR are kind of pretty questionable. They are DLC characters, but at the same time, you could think like, oh, you could have each of them just be separate, and it's kind of fighting like that. And Mako, I don't know. I feel like she needs to fight Club uniform, but at the same time, I think it'd be funny for just regular Mako in sailor uniform to fight you. What are we trying? Let's play with Gamagori a bit. He's someone I kind of only know the basics of. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you have either Junketsu Ryuko, which is, then again, it's only really referencing one episode of the anime, or you have her dual wielding her needles, kind of. I don't know what weapons to call them exactly, but you know, dual wielding those. And so all of a sudden, she's kind of, instead of a zoner, she's more aggressive. Figured they're gonna do that, but you know, we got what we got. Dumb. He's a fun guy. I know like one thing is that nothing doing this. That dropped. Okay. Well, I guess I don't know. Yeah, I know the one Gamagori Butter combo. That's that. Shackle. Send him up in the air. And you go back down again. That's like the one bread and butter I know. I know Gamagori has way more than that. That's all I know. Again, I suppose it's not too bad. It's into like what? He actually comboed that into this. Yeah, and that's 6,000 damage roughly. Not bad. Yeah, I think that's one thing where, like, I think some of the reason why they didn't add alts for some characters because they didn't feel like they would be unique enough. Because a lot of these characters are incredibly unique. Like, there's very few characters where it's kind of like they feel like they can fit in other games. Like Gamagori's percentage meter. That not only works for Gamagori in this game, but only works for Gamagori period. Like any other character having a mechanic like his, where he needs to to hit himself or like take this self damage to counterattack, would feel almost odd. But it feels at home for Gamagori. Like honestly, Gamagori is the perfect example of a unique character in this game. Like he is the perfect example of a unique character because he has a moveset and a design that only works for him. Like it only works for him, period. And it's very strong too. The Shackle Tackle is very strong. There's not a whole lot that can kind of combat it. Except for Dual Wield Ryuko, but who doesn't know that? So there's something I've known for Gamagori if you ever like start playing him is that when he does a Shackle Tackle hop, he gets 1% from chop. But if I were to just set myself down to 0 again, or I guess I'll just burn all my shit then. Yeah, I'll just burn it. If Gamagori goes into the air, nope, I said go into the air. If Gamagori like does like a half charge and jumps out of it, he actually gets a bit more for it. So if he starts charging in the air, he stops. Because each time he goes into Chakra and he gets a percentage as well. It would have, yeah. Like I do think there are some characters they could have made unique, but at the same time, I kind of felt like they might have been trying to like not like push it off sometimes. Can I do this? Okay, that won't work. Again, I would have liked Fiber Arms Louis a lot. At the same time, I'm not yeah, I'm Nintendo Switch. Yes, anyways, like, I'm fine with how we have Nui because I do find Nui a whole lot of fun. So it's not to say like, oh, I'm disappointed with how she is, so that's why I want someone else. Like, I'm content with how Nui is. Would have been cool if she had an extra, but whatever. Alright, looks like someone in the court. Yeah, only characters I really don't have much of an understanding for is Sasuke, really, and Inubuta, mostly playing him. Playing against him, I kind of have an idea, because I bought Danny's Inubuta a decent amount. See, a lot of characters are like, you know, like characters like Nanon, Inubuta, DTR, and Mako to some extent. It's like, I know what they want, but I don't know how to play as them. But playing against them, I recognize what they want. Playing Sasuke and Dual Sasuke, I don't know what the opponent wants. I don't know any of that stuff. So it's weird. Still, I'll learn Sasuke, Dual Sasuke eventually, but that's like, that's off. Yeah, I thought it would have, but at the same, I don't know. Yeah, like, oh, I actually set it back to defaults. That's what initial seconds does. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Yeah, like I don't know, I feel like I'm in the case of like I don't necessarily mind a small roster, as long as they're done well. And so it's kind of like because this game's roster was done well, I'm not necessarily a big critic of like, oh, the roster was only 10 characters at launch. Like, was it a small amount? Yes, but at the same time, you think about it, wow, that means I have that many less matchups I have to memorize because I came into this game coming from Smash Brothers. And it's Smash Ultimate. You know, you play one character, you're still learning like fucking what, like 70 matchups, something like that. You have to learn 70 matchups, and it's you think about it like that, like it's kind of gets intimidating and crazy to think about sometimes. Like granted, some matchups you can still play similarly. Some characters obviously are very similar to each other. So like came down to it, like I'd rather have a smaller roster, but each character definitely feels unique to each other. Like there's very few characters in I think it's even less selling casuals, but more like a lot of people when they go to a fighting game especially, they want character variety. Because a lot of times there could be like the small things that you know, there could be like the small things that you go in like, oh, this makes a difference. Because even something as simple as like how a character feels, two characters can play similarly but feel slightly different, and that difference could matter. Versus you have a smaller cast, it's kind of like you kind of have to settle a bit more. So I'm just very fortunate that Nui fits and feels perfect for me. Versus some people going to the game, they kind of like they have to settle a bit more because like this character they like what they does, they like this and that, but like, there's just like a couple of things that they don't like. And that is like the consequence of having a smaller cast. Like there's goods and bads to both sides. I don't criticize the game too much on a small roster because the characters are done well. If the characters weren't done well, then I would heavily criticize it. But it's like, you know, I'm down for it. I'm totally okay with it. That's taking a while. I think map variety is a big thing. Like there's not a whole lot of maps in this game, and they're all essentially the academy. So it's very difficult. Like people even mentioning like, hey, why isn't D-Charge ship stage? Okay. Could have gotten a bit more than that. Some kind of shit. Okay. I'm fucking up so bad right now. You know, I might just play Ragyu after this and kind of show him the how to play Ragyu. That's not. I can just block that. Alright, time to make the comeback. Alright, there we go. Just needed 2 neutral wins. I feel like a full trigger crossover would be pretty cool. First that right. And I'm gonna take this. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, as much as I love Kill la Kill, if there's a full like trigger crossover fighting game, I would be an Aqua main. Oh no. Yeah, of course that. Akko from Little Witch Academia. Very good anime. I highly recommend watching it. It's just an anime that says, hey, what if happy things happen? What if it's just things are just happy? Okay, yeah. That's, I don't think that hits. Yeah. Bolt. Okay. You watch the OVAs? Yeah, I'd definitely recommend watching the entire series. Like, it's very good, very fun. I'm praying for a second season. People don't like happiness. That's you know, if you looked at the fan fictions written at the fan fictions written about the show, you'd agree there's so much angst in there and horny. It's kind of concerning sometimes. True. You know what? I fellow jazz stan. I dig it. Jazz needs more love. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Trigger. When are we getting a LWA fighting game? Come on. Like, it would be so funny. So I'm gonna play Ryuko because it's like they're just kind of showing some stuff. I am hoping for season 2 of Little Witch Academia. I would love it a lot, but at the same time, kind of like, you know, I feel like BNA needs a second season first. Because, yeah, Chamber of Time, I have not finished it, but it's mostly because, like, I got it on my PC and I was too stupid to try and, like, swap controller. I'm gonna do that soon, but anyways, like, BNA did second season first, because I don't know if you watch BNA, but, like, my take with BNA is always that it's good, but it's in a desperate need for a second season. Because for whatever reason, they only did 12 episodes instead of 24 for a season. So as a result, things just kind of seem rushed. Lulico is on my... Oh, that's unfortunate. I think we crashed. Lulico is on my list of anime to watch. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but it's a situation of like I need to like get into the headspace to sit down for a couple of hours and watch the series. Okay, so I'll make the room again. We'll just do. It's literally non-on. It's the green non-on. Non-on who's green. I have to keep that in mind. It looks like a cute and fun show. So hey, I'm down for cute and fun. Like, I feel like I'm like always on like these polar opposites when I watch anime. If I watch anime, I either want it to be really like lighthearted fun, just overall good time, or I'm just watching like hover and shit. Like, it's always a funny story. It's at least funny to me. I think like, oh, people think your first anime is usually something kind of popular, like lighthearted, whatever. Mine was back in middle school. I watched Elfen Lied. If you don't know what that is, that's it's a horror anime. Lots of blood, limbs. It was so much. Very mature anime to say the least, and that was my first, and that got me to not want to watch anime for a long time. It wasn't until like high school that I kind of said, okay, you know what, I'll try this again. Anyways, I do recommend Elfen Lied, but at the same time, it's really odd to think that that's how I started. Yeah, that one. I mean, unless you want to count like the 4Kids dub of the Pokemon anime as my first anime, then it would probably be that. That's what I watched. I was watching. I was watching what it was the Advanced Battle. Pretty sure that's what it was. I forget at this point. It's been so long. The only anime I actually start remembering. Oh man, I actually rewatched that earlier this year. Believe it or not, I watched Kirby Right Back at Ya. Cause I was like, yeah, that's what I need in my life. I actually made a friend once because we both knew the theme song. We just started singing it randomly. Like I think I just started it, and then he picked it up and finished it, and that was the beginning of our friendship. Friendship by I mean we both followed each other on Twitter afterwards. Alright, here's Rocket Combos. She just does this. She just does this a lot. I did it wrong. This is Ragyo's gimmick. She can combo, but she wants to do a lot of zoning. He's dead here unless he bursts. Stop the show. You think got back something? Who's the one? Gonna run, look at you. Gonna run, look at you. Give all you got, be ready to show. Right back at the show. How can I help you? Can't do you. I'll just follow that there. That's what we do best here at NMD. Get the money back guarantee. Right back at ya. Yeah, that's what Ragyo does. She's actually a character she's a character I played the second longest. I played Dewey the longest, and I picked up Ragyo because I don't like playing Dewey Dittos. So if I ever went against someone who also played Dewey, I would just play Ragyo because I don't want to play this. Yep, I feel like we're gonna do this. Well then. Well. That's quite the random. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hold. I'm gonna try and like hold back a bit because the person is like kind of learning the game. So I'm gonna try and like. I want to teach them, but you never want to do a thing where like, oh, you just beat them relentless. Because I don't get. Like, I had that happen to me. Like when I was like very early into this game, I go onto Discord, foolish old me, and I go, oh, can I get a game? And someone says, yeah, sure. And then I just get Touch of Death by pre-patch Senegama. Because if you think Senegama is strong right now, he used to be way stronger, and I just got fucked over by that, and I just did not feel good. Is this gonna crash again? Alright. Yeah, so like, and that really dissuaded me from playing the game for so long, because I was just like, you know what, no, I don't like this. So I'm gonna try and like just kind of play more defensive, like. Alright, this time got wrong. One this fast. Yeah, we're not gonna try and follow it up. You know, I was always an advocate of like if we were to get one more like joke character in this game, I would want it to be like I forget Baku's brother's name, but whatever his name is, I want his gang. I want his gang in this game. Just the four of them, just beating the shit of other people. Imagine that. Or okay, what with this? Ready? I think I mentioned this once before, but yeah. Okay, so imagine this. Imagine this, ready? You have a Gamagori ult. That's just him in his car. He's in his car, just driving around the stage. And disconnected anyways. Yeah, so just the idea was you'd have Gamagori in his car, and he would just be driving around the stage like that. That was it. That's it. That's his ult. Boxer, yeah, like people have like brought up like him, the tennis club president. They've said, oh, if you want a new character, I forget his name, but the suing club president. They've said, hey, want to bring him in? Although he's not a fighter, so there's no real purpose to. There isn't a reason to get him to fight, because his entire purpose was that he's not a fighter. I'm guessing they're trying to learn Satsuki. I respect that. I actually just, I think 2 weeks ago, got the Satsuki Figma. She looks cool. I did her in her standard, like, what's that? Bakuzin out, just kind of shouting. I did her in that basic pose. Lori makes uniforms, just the game only tell you the story, he can't fight. Well, I mean, even in the show, he doesn't fight either. Like his entire purpose in the show was kind of that there's more you can do than just fighting. That you didn't have to just be a fighter to be useful, but you could do other things as well. He does that, then eventually Mako's family goes in, becoming medics. Like they don't have to fight to be helpful. It's kind of the point. He stood, but he didn't fight because remember he made all the uniforms with his Yoki uniform, and because he did that, he actually didn't have any more. He didn't have enough energy to actually fight afterwards. He literally burnt every fiber of his uniform trying to make uniforms. So he actually didn't fight. That's just race. Well, they made the uniforms, right? Wasn't that the whole point of them? Get more artists to make more uniforms with? Fun fact about Gamagori, when he jumps, he has iframes on the start of it. Oh, wow. Well. Okay, I beat it out. Garu's a fun boy, but he's just like so like. Yeah, that's what I mean, but the iframes. You saw that. Like, that's kind of his one leg out to just being guard broken against. That and the fact that guard breaks that don't hit won't hit him. Oh, I didn't have any percentage. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna like hold back here. Just do this. Just that one. Yeah, like I think it's one thing you think about even when it's thinking, oh, add more characters to the game is that there aren't a whole lot of other. Like they did put in every main
この
character.
勝利は花を持た
Every
せら
main
れる
character's already here. There's just
勝者
it's really only side
山
characters
郡
after
イラ
that. So like, how do you add in the boxing club president without just making him feel like Mako? Really? Yeah, Gamagori is just. I'm trying to learn him, but like his chakra regalia shit is just so wacky that like. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's a very strong gimmick. Don't get me wrong, like only being able to be hit by guard breaks, even while still having invincibility on your jump, and just kind of be able to be like no to anything else. And hey, if guard breaks only hit grounded opponents, well, Gamma can just jump over it. And there she is, Mako. Mako is just a fighting game character on crack. She's like the one character I really fear in this game. Like do build Ryuko, like yeah, she's stupid OP, but Mako, she's the actual like you want to be careful against her. But she's like not a character. She starts off not really much of a character. Like she starts off losing every matchup. Then she gets tension 2, and then she's just a character. Tension 3, she's like roughly a high tier, and then tension 4, there's really not much. If Mako gets to tension 4, there's kind of not much you can do to that. Like she has very simple combos that can just deal 9,000. Oh yeah, Mako is I think the saying is Mako's good until no, Mako loses until she doesn't. So like Mako's a case of every matchup against Mako is a good one until drops. Headshot. Yeah, right there. Just that bat. That bat is the cause of so much injury. Because if that bat's armored, but unlike other armored moves, it doesn't have its stun and damage armor. But instead, it has I feel like I'm about to get one that I have not like finished JoJo's. Sorry. There, I'm probably about to get everyone hating me, but I think when I started watching JoJo's, I wanted to start on part 1, and I was like, okay, because I feel like that's what you should do. But part 1 was so boring, and in part 2, it felt equally as boring. And it kind of did the thing like I kind of didn't feel like actually trying to continue through. Like, even though I kind of know, oh, Star Kid is right there. That's what everyone says it's getting good, but it's just so hard for me to actually protect. What was I saying before this? Oh yeah, it was bats. So basically, so armor in this game is damage and hit stun. However, Mako's bat is damage and guard break armor, which means that it armors guard breaks. Now that's basically what makes it so strong. Yeah, I probably should have just started part 3. I probably should have, and I feel like if I just go back to JoJo's and say, you know what, just don't fuck with part 1, don't bother finishing part 2, just go straight to part 3, just go straight to when things actually matter. But like that's just it's like a level of commitment that again, I have other stuff I want to watch first, and JoJo's right now isn't like high priority for me to watch. I'm not doing Gamagori again. Okay, if I get Gamagori one more fucking time, I'll go random. Alright, cool. Yeah, so Mako's bad, very strong. strongest armor in the game simply because it's the only attack. Her bat is the only attacks that can armor through guard breaks. Because normally that's how you can beat an armor is guard breaking. If you have a guard break that's armored, like you can't guard breaks break through armor basically. Except you can't break through Mako's. And it's so strong. Even Gamagori's, even Sonic Gayama's his guard break special, which was prior the strongest armor in the game, gets beaten up by that. If he does his guard break special and Mako just uses bats, he loses unless Mako whiffs bat. Like it's crazy that you throw in tension how it works.
逆ずれののん対気流院さつきいざ尋常に
My friend Rob was here. He could talk to JoJo's video. He watched everything. The only thing he has not finished is part 5 because I kept making bad jokes while part 5 was airing to the point that it actually ruined the entire experience for him. Like, I feel bad. Because I would the main joke was that, it was part 5 was airing on Fridays. I would make a joke that like, oh, it's not JoJo's Friday, it's Goblin Slayer Friday. That was also happening at the same time. And I just kept doing it so much over and over that it actually dissuaded him. Oh, you hit that. That's nice. That actually is a very solid combo ender. Yeah, so basically, I don't know if he's actually finished part 5 or not. Oh. You know I'm gonna do this. Fun fact, when she does that grounded, she's invincible. Hated part 5, dedication. That's what is the benefit of like a series being like animated is that any problems could be fixed. Oof, that's but he's got snazzy music. I've heard his theme many a time because it was a very funny theme for a while, wasn't it? He's got a snazzy theme. Nice. I probably should be taking full advantage of non-launch shit right now. My stage. That's bad for me. If Ryuko had no personality and Mako did everything, it was more or less that's upsetting. That's upsetting. I think that it's the worst part because I kind of like I feel like I'm going into part 5, at least eventually going to get part 5, and I've heard his theme so much I think, wow, he surely has to be a really cool character. Like, listen to his theme, I go all out on it. But if he's just suck, that's pretty upsetting. You know what? I'm just gonna pick. All right, no one has fun, not even me. Not even I get to have fun right now.
最後の1枚まで僕たちは戦い抜いてみせる。
So JoJo's I'll watch eventually. Eventually. It's kind of like what other anime? I literally have not watched anime in so long. Like it's literally like it's probably been since about summer. Yeah, I think I haven't watched anything since summer really. I was actually thinking earlier today. I was actually thinking tonight I'd rewatch Hill Hill because I figured, hey, I haven't done that in a while. Now I'm trying to think what was on my list. I actually had a list of stuff at one point in time of like shit I wanted to watch. Steel Sun. Plus, it is cool being Dio's son, but you don't do anything with it. The T. You know what? I feel like this is the one character I actually go to battle for. Yep, let's go for Valor. First time we've done this, haven't we? It's only because his Valor 1 is really stupid. I think the best part about doing Valor with new people, not to say new people, it's like something you have fought before that they don't know your thought process on doing Valor. So they're less likely to counter you. So it's just much more a game of just randomly doing it in there. I just got Valor 2. I pretty much win now. Yeah, like that just does stupid damage. Yeah, fair warning. Once DTR gets to Valor 1, you kind of struggle to beat him. I'm just fine taking this right now. If I just do this, he dies. Yeah. That's it. She might hit me out of this. Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. Let's go. And if this connects, he's dead. DTR is a really divisive character, to say the least. People play him, but people also do agree that he's like arguably the least fun character to play against. This is because so much of his shit you just kind of can't get out of, and just kind of kill you anyways. Like a really good DTR, if he touches you, you just die. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna go back to single blade Ryuko for a bit. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun. Let's go. God, so sad. I have like a giant backlog of anime, but I also have a giant backlog of games. And it's like I can't get through both at once. So I have to kind of pick and choose. It's like sometimes I'm doing the anime, so I'm getting every month I'm getting like 2 to 3 series out of it. Or I can instead choose to do a game, which every month I can roughly get 1 or 2 games out, depending on the game. A lot of them are RPGs though, so not as simple as just playing. Like you can't just start Dragon Quest 11 and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go finish it in a couple weeks. No. That's gonna take a couple months. So reserving time for that is just
カウンターヒットカウンターヒットカウンターヒット
Just plain watch. I mean, like, I like to be able to pay attention to shit.
カウンターヒッ
Okay. See what he gets off of this. I don't have much to do. I mean, I really respect him. Even if he's relatively new, he's kind of getting some of these combos into like comboing shit done. Like he just kind of needs to work on more like figuring out what his basic stuff before he actually goes for super. Oh yeah, armor. Silly me. I mean, I could play and watch.
よし構え2本目開始カウンターヒット
I think generally speaking, Nonon is considered better. The problem is Nonon is so difficult to play. Well, not say difficult, but like Nonon has an unburstable true zero to that. She does. She has that.
カウンターヒッ
Problem is actually doing it is so hard that like people really don't do it.
トガードブレイク
So like I think I think Nonon is considered better, but DTR isn't considered far behind.
カウンターヒット
So basically, it goes. I think part of why you don't see a lot of Nonons anymore
構え最終
is Duo Ryuko. Duo Ryuko's a hard combo for Nonon. Because like if a competent Duo Ryuko versus the competent Nonon's not gonna be able to do much of anything. So that's kind of why like you don't see Nonons anymore. Because hey, like there's so many Duo Ryukos everywhere. If you fight Duo Ryuko, you just lose. Versus DTR DTR still kind of loses Duo Ryuko, but he stands a better chance. He stands a better chance than Nonon does.
勝者
Both have
Matoi Ryuko.
COD, but Nonon COD is yeah, it is way hard to pull off. Because a lot of it is like you need to get a lot of the timing right on not only is it kind of like you have to have a lot of map awareness, but you also a lot of her TOD too is that while it can be true, a lot of her TOD relies on her reverb bullets. And so she kind of needs her hit after she gets a certain hit, the reverb bullets to be in the right areas. So while she's comboing, she combos into them, which you can't reliably do. You can't reliably like combo into the reverb bullets. Versus DTR can just kind of stand there, jump, gun, and if he hits you, either takes away half your health or then get to Valor 1, and then at Valor 1 you just lose because he gets like 3,000, 4,000 damage from his special. It's kind of just how the meta works,
マトイ龍
you know.
対桐
I think
生
it's
院
probably
皐
been
月
roughly like
いざ尋常
I think
に
like
決
7,
闘
8 months since like Duo Ryuko really took over,
カウンターヒッ
and we're kind of that is part of the repercussions that when a character takes over,
トカウンターヒット
they're any bad matchup against a character, those characters are actually played less. It's like it's not surprising. Nonon's not getting played anymore because Nonon just loses.
カウンターヒットカウンターヒット カウンターヒット 両者構え2本目開始
You know, I kind of don't know. Like, sometimes shit happens in this game, and you kind of expect it. I had no idea what happens. I feel like that's what matters. Unless my sheet just died. He bursted. I don't know what wins this. I don't know. I saw he's just bursted. Oh god. Well, so he wins. Oh wow, that's actually interesting. So if he bursts there, can wait for him. Oh, that hits that not far. I'm dead. I got greedy. I got real greedy there. I gotta learn to play more patient as her. Or just in general, just start playing more patience. It happens, you know, it happens. I was trying to be I was being way too aggressive, keep trying to rush in, versus I should have known when to just kind of stay back and wait, more or less. A lot of times too, when I would be waiting to like wait for the rush in, but then I would punish the rush in wrong. So definitely a lot of mistakes on my end. So I accept, like, you know, that happens. I have an idea what my mistakes were. Hopefully I won't make them in the future. Gamagori. I don't know how this matchup goes. Doesn't sound too fun, honestly. We'll see. Problem with Ryuko Gamagori is that all of her guard breaks only hit grounded opponents. So I really need to wait to catch him. Yes, I need to wait to try and catch him when he's like not in Chakra Regalia, because I can't pressure him in Chakra Regalia. Just can't really. At least you can't pressure him in the sense that like you're gonna be safe doing it. Like you can pressure him as much as you want, but you're just gonna encounter hits and die. Like Gamagori's little elf shoes. Here we go. Yes, I need to wait for it to stop popping. Uppercut's armored, but it won't break through his armor. That's a problem. So like if he stays in Chakra Regalia, uppercut won't do it. Just keep doing it. Yeah, I'm going dead here. Yeah, that's that's what I mean by invincibility while you're jumping. It's Gamagori is actually a very tricky character to play. The only reason you'll see a lot of Gamagori is because he's so hard to play as people generally find. Hopefully I can hit this still. That'd be nice. Nope. Lost start. Okay, I figure I need strategy. Alright, that works too. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like I should use uppercut to punish something. It is armor. That's like one thing about makes it good is that if he just jumps in, I can just armor through. But yeah, that works too. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Okay. That didn't work. That did not work.
様の絶対の盾であるこのガマゴーリーらそうやすやすと砕けはせん勝者ガマゴーリーら
Like that's that's why uppercutting it works in certain characters. The kind of semi problem with Gamagori is that he is armored during that dash of his. So like it's like one of those things like it's an option that doesn't work in Gamagori, but like other characters it would. You know what? I'm gonna do something stupid. I just feel like turning the brain off now. Sanageyama. The mad lad himself. Yeah, I think Sanageyama is the only character that hasn't been replayed tonight between me and him. Yeah, it's real smooth right now. It's like you're about to see me. I'm about to call it right now. I'm gonna open up this game with 4A. I'm just gonna 4A. I'm gonna see if it hits. And if it does, actually no, dash B. Open up a dash B. See if that hits. I'm not gonna get anything off of it, so I'm gonna dash B and just immediately see, just to show, hey, it worked. Alternatively, he dash B's and then where I stand. So let's see. I'm gonna stand here. You know, it almost works. Well, bye. Well, that works too. Stupid, go for this too. Why not? I'm gonna go for Valor. He won. I probably should just killed him, but it's funny to go for Valor. That works. There. The bad green man. I haven't even done this funny thing yet. Whoa. There it is. Alright, well, long as it doesn't kill him. I didn't expect that was gonna kill him. I wanted to do it again. I wanted to do it again. No. Yeah, because basically Gamagori can, if he doesn't hit the third, if he doesn't hit the kate from that special, he'll just instead faint behind them during that hit, and you just activate it again. So it's kind of like a way to, it's kind of a way to extend his combos at full meter. Okay, so basically, when he uses his special A, he goes for 3 hits. Men, Do, Kate. Men is his A, his close range. Do, B, his long range. And Kate is C, his guard break. And you need to hit Men, Do, Kate. If you hit 3 in that order, at the end of the super, you get a special damage boost. However, if you only do 2 of them, he will instead just do another Do, faint behind them, and then you can do another super after that. So it's kind of a way to extend his damage. If he has 4 bars a meter, he can extend his damage even further that way. I think what I hate is that like there's other I'm not even doing like some of the optimal Gamagori combos. Like I'm doing the basic bread and butter not Gamagori, Sanagame combos. Like Sanagame has some combos that you can't really burst, and he gets a lot of meter from. Like he is Sanagame is an incredibly scary character. Still. Hell, just look at Mario. Like he's just dude fucking Sanagame is just fucking yeah. I should have gone for my own fault. Oh, it seems like Ryuko. You see this thing? I'll show you the right now. Do Man, Do, Kate, then the final hit afterwards. If you get all those hits. And at Valor 2, he gets to do way more of those hits afterwards. That might not hit me actually. Yeah. So watch, I'll do it right now. And if I don't do it, I can instead just do this again. I kill him. That's what I mean. He just gets these really crazy combo extenders from his special A. Like that is just stupid. I'll be honest, it's just kind of dumb you can do that. Like the only benefit is that he needs meter to do that. Yeah, he needs meter to do that. But at the same time, his meterless combos are all very strong. Yeah, I think I'll start something else right now. Sonic's playing Sanagame though, so. Man. I don't know. I'll try Mako. Mako's fun. It's a lot of fun. A lot of unique mechanics in her, even some that are completely useless. Because there's some that you will, in gameplay, never experience. Well, she has a chance of, when she's at tension 1, if you stay idle long enough, she'll either go hungry and start losing health and meter, because she's hungry, she wants food, or she'll take a nap and regen health and meter. But only if you're like inactive for so long, and at that point in time, your opponent's gonna hit you. It's one of those like little things that are just in the game to prove for the fact of, hey, it would be neat. It'd be real neat if it was in the game, but Then there's a couple other ones that happen, like there's a chance when she has certain attacks, she'll have weapons fall out of her thing because they're not secure. Or even have food. She like those, I forget what they're called, but those like fried food that she carries when she eats. I don't know, I'm not good at Japanese. Is that a bat? Yeah. Well, I got punished for doing that. What if I do it again? Well, that works. What if I do it again? Yeah. Ooh. How do I lose? First out. Attention to. So I'm not dumb yet. Oh, I lost tension. That's bad. That's pretty bad. Oh no. Alright, so fighting against Valor. I'm gonna read this. Oh, please don't tell me practice. Okay, I did read it right. I had a feeling. Again. Fine. Check this readout. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Oh, I'm so good. Look at that. I just do it now. It's my turn now. There, he tied. Some kind of, I don't know what this is. Yeah. Oh no. Alright, so yeah. So fair warning, Mako's attention 4 is like borderline unstoppable. She's just so fast. Well, I missed. Well, we're gonna hit with this one now. Yeah, look at that damage. Look at that damage. That is just so insane. Her moves are so fast, armored, and then her damage output is just crazy. Mako is yeah, she's on crack. She's just straight up. That's the fun part, right? I think the thought process was that Mako would be balanced because she needs to earn her tensions, and she can be knocked out of tensions. The problem is, in practical gameplay, she gets tension so easily, and like even at tension 1, she can like her toughest part is just tension 1. As soon as she wins neutral, she's good. And then like having her lose tension is actually so hard because even at tension 2 she's playable, but tension 3 she's at all the time because it's actually so hard to knock her out at tension 3. She can even if you have a chance to knock her out, if she has meter, she can actually burst out of the knockback, and so long as she does that, she keeps her tension. So she has these high tension, high damaging combos. She even gets faster frame data, higher tension she is. So I think her bat's like frame 30 something at low tension, but at tension 4, it's like frame 18. And like there's way less lag on her moves too. So really the only way she's gonna lose tension is if she misses an attack. She's crazy. Yeah, see, and 2. Oh. Whoa, oh my god. Well, I suppose that's that's unfortunate. I suppose a decent frame to end on is just Sasuke's ass. upsetting that's crashing so much. It's really upsetting. How much do Steve wants to keep going? Actually, I think I might just call it here, honestly. It's like a little over midnight my time. Probably head to bed. Yeah. Yeah, it happens. Let's put a stop recording.